is always moving.
While watching old El Clásico videos from the 2010s, I noticed something fascinating. In all the matches that featured both Messi and Ronaldo, Messi was never beaten by more than 3 goals by Ronaldo's Madrid. In fact, he never lost a single game to Real Madrid, where the score difference exceeded 2 goals. And I find this intriguing, considering that Ronaldo, on the other hand, suffered several defeats to Messi's Barcelona by 3 or more goals. So, after a few days of looking into this, I found several factors that gave Messi's Barcelona the edge, like Guardiola's tactical brilliance compared to Mourinho's counter-attacking football, Barca's unparalleled collective strength, and even a psychological advantage. But perhaps the most significant factor came down to Messi's unique influence in El Clásicos. And by influence, I'm not just talking about goals, because they both scored a lot against each other. I'm talking about Messi's playmaking ability, a skill he mastered to perfection that Ronaldo didn't put much effort into while developing his game. His playmaking consistently gave Barcelona the edge, hence it's not a coincidence that he never lost a single game to Real Madrid, with the score difference going beyond 2 goals. It all began in 2009 and started with Guardiola's critical observation before a key game against Madrid. He noticed a glaring weakness in Madrid's defensive structure. Their center-backs, Cannavaro, Pepe, and Ramos, were physical and aggressive and almost always man-marked their opponents, not staying disciplined to their defensive setup, which made them extremely vulnerable when dragged out of position. So, coming up with the idea of a false 9, he deployed Messi at the center of it as its creative engine. Messi, a traditional right winger, was instructed to drop deep into the central areas to create confusion for the Madrid defenders. As Messi drifted into midfield, he dragged Cannavaro and Ramos out of position, leaving wide open spaces for Thierry Henry and Samuel Eto'o to attack. The result? A historic 6-2 victory at the Bernabeu. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all happened before Ronaldo joined Madrid, and I'm supposed to be explaining why Messi consistently got the better of Ronaldo. And you're right. But it's crucial for you to first understand Messi's creative genius. In that game, Messi dismantled Madrid's defense with his passing, vision, creativity, and decision-making, all while adapting to this new role with limited preparation. This tactical shift was only the beginning of Messi's role as Barcelona's ultimate playmaker in El Clásicos, and his development as a playmaker was extraordinary. He likely absorbed lessons from the likes of Ronaldinho, Xavi, and Iniesta, because there's no other way to explain how he honed his ability to read the game 3 steps ahead of everyone else, study defensive structures, adapt to various scenarios, and create decisive moments with uncanny precision. These are the qualities you need in a playmaker. And if your playmaker can not only do all that, but also score as many goals as Messi, then you've hit the jackpot. Now, let me take you to the 2014 El Clásico that ended 4-3 in Barcelona's favor. Watch the build-up to Barcelona's first goal, and you'll see just how brilliant Messi can be. Messi receives the ball from Fabregas, quickly turns, and assesses the situation. The Real Madrid backline is compact, leaving minimal space to exploit centrally. He notices Dani Carvajal slightly overcommitting to track Neymar's central run, ignoring Iniesta on the left flank. He then carries the ball into the half space, drawing Alonso and Modric towards him, with just enough control to keep them engaged long enough. Then, with surgical precision, he delivers a perfectly weighted through ball to Iniesta, who hammers it into the top right corner, giving Barcelona the lead in just 6 minutes. Now, I don't know about you, but I find this mind-blowing. Like, how was he able to do all that in just a matter of seconds? Read the defender's shifts, anticipate Neymar's decoy run, and find Iniesta in the pocket of space. His vision, again, and awareness, plus passing range, are superb. And what's even more incredible is how he does this effortlessly on a regular basis. Like in the 2010 El Clásico that ended 5-0. In one instance, Messi receives the ball from Xavi, draws in Madrid's defense while also spotting Xavi's central run to the box, then makes a pass that splits the entire defense. While it didn't result in a goal, it just shows you Messi's unparalleled ability to read the game and create opportunities. One of the core attributes of a playmaker is vision, the ability to see teammates in positions others wouldn't, awareness of the opponent's location, and the precision to deliver the right pass at the right time. And hasn't Messi demonstrated this time and time again in El Clásicos? Like here, where he sets up Villa for Barca's third goal. First, he notices Madrid's defensive line attempting to stay compact, but quickly sees a gap between Pepe and Carvalho, with Marcelo caught a little too far up the pitch, and then releases a perfectly timed through ball. The ball lands at Villa's feet, who calmly slots it into the bottom corner. And then there's the fourth goal. With Real Madrid pressing high, he feints a pass to the right flank, then spots Villa's diagonal run behind Ramos. In a moment of pure brilliance, he instinctively delivers a perfectly weighted pass between Ramos and Pepe. The pass is so precise that Villa stays in stride, controls the ball effortlessly, and beats Iker Casillas, who had come off his line. But let's be clear, I'm not saying Ronaldo is bad at playmaking, because he is good at it. In fact, he has had his moments of playmaking brilliance. Take his match against Finland in 2009, for example. He receives the ball in the right midfield, quickly moves into the central spaces, drawing in the Finnish defenders while opening up space, and then passes the ball perfectly to his teammate, whom he had already noticed. And again here where he receives the ball, draws in the defense while opening up space for Rooney, whom he later chips the ball to. But these instances are rare, scattered across different matches, and notably absent from El Clásicos, where Messi's brilliance as a playmaker consistently stood out. Now, as we both know, a true playmaker requires not just vision and awareness, but also the intelligence to know when to speed up, slow down, or switch play, and the creativity to produce magic out of nothing. Messi almost always put on such displays. We saw this in the World Cup against the Netherlands and against Croatia in the semis, and also in this El Clásico from 2011 that Barcelona won 3-1. Messi receives the ball from Gerard Piqué deep in midfield. Surrounded by Ozil, Diarra, Alonso, and Ronaldo, he dribbles past Madrid's midfield, spots Alexis's run, and passes him the ball, and coolly slots it past Casillas. Messi combined his dribbling, game intelligence, and creativity to unlock one of the most solid defenses in Europe at the time, giving Barcelona the momentum they needed to make a comeback and win the game 3-1 at the Bernabeu. Even in this 2012 El Clásico at the Camp Nou, Messi received the ball from Xavi. Surrounded by the opponent, he moved into the central spaces, drawing in Madrid's defense while opening up space for Xavi, whom he passed to the ball on a silver plate with only Casillas to beat. Though it didn't result in a goal, it's a prime example of Messi's ability to produce magic out of nothing. Then there's this 2015 El Clásico, where he comes off the bench and does his thing like it's routine, receives the ball, draws in Kroos, Benzema. In this 2011 El Clásico, Busquets gives Messi the ball, who swiftly dribbles past Di Maria, draws in Alonso and Pepe, disrupting Madrid's defensive block, and passes to Xavi, who again has only Casillas to beat. And notice how whenever he receives the ball, 3 to 4 defenders converge on him, meaning they know how costly it can be for them when Messi has the ball no matter where he is on the pitch, and they know it requires more than 2 players to stop him. And he has been doing this everywhere, in the Champions League, World Cup, and domestic leagues. He scans the pitch, and by the time he receives the ball, he's 3 steps ahead of everyone and already knows his next move. That's why even in defeat, Messi's influence was always undeniable in El Clásicos. So unlike Ronaldo, whose influence was often limited to goals, Messi was always a marvel, hence winning most of their encounters and not losing to a score difference of more than 2 goals.